Earnings season in full swing as we're set to get the first batch of mega cap tech names coming through this week with Microsoft and Tesla on deck. We're also going to get reports from IBM, Boeing, AAL, Intel, and more. Q4 GDP set to headline as far as economic releases to come this week. PCE data to come as well. It's your week ahead preview right now. There is one notable, one-time meme-related retail favorite, though, set to report. Logitech, L-O-G-I, going to be on watch Monday pre-market with earnings. The market, for the most part, not liking meme stocks these days. Most analysts' expectations are pointing to a decline once again in the company's fiscal Q3 numbers. Let's move on to Tuesday. We'll get into the first of the market-moving economic data releases of the week. 9:45 Eastern, mark that down. One of those ones that creeps up just after the open. We get S&P Manufacturing PMI for January. Then at 10 o'clock, it's the Richmond Fed Services Manufacturing Index for January. The market was able to digest in December manufacturing data that showed conditions deteriorating at a faster pace than expected. Meanwhile, on the earnings front, pre-market Tuesday, we're set for the biggest batch of earnings. Check out this list: 3M, GE, Halliburton, J&J, Lockheed Martin, Verizon, just to name a few. GE specifically could be one to watch, reporting earnings for the first time since its recent spin-off of GE Healthcare. Most analysts are positive on the move going into this report. After the close on Tuesday, the headliner going to be Microsoft. Yeah, the big one. Remember, last week, the company announced and initiated the latest round of layoffs ahead of this earnings report. Going to be all about the cloud number for Microsoft coming up after the close on Tuesday. Defense stocks continue to outperform the market as well. Lockheed Martin's latest quarter will be closely watched. As a result, the stock was up more than 35% in 2022 versus what we all know was a terrible year for the overall market, down 20% for the S&P 500. The company has recently benefited, though, from more government contracts coming through in relation to the Russia-Ukraine war. All right, wild card time. Could be nothing, but notable in the crypto space. Bitcoin Depot and GSR2 Meteora Acquisition Corporation, SPAC, they're going to have a business update and an investor day hosted during the session. That's going to be a virtual event, again, coming through on Tuesday. Let's move on to Wednesday, another full slate of earnings, both pre-market and after the close. Before the market opens, we'll see numbers from chipmaker ASML, Boeing, FCX, and AT&T, to name a few. Europe's largest chipmaker, ASML's numbers could be out early, as they typically are reported at the beginning of the European session. That stock and ADR primarily listed in Amsterdam. We'll also watch Boeing's report closely. The stock has been on an absolute tear lately, along with the airlines. Impressive 74% to the upside since its October lows, coming off strong recent reports from both UAL and AAL. Boeing could stand to benefit from higher demand returning once again to air travel. Let's shift focus to after the close once again. It will be the main event of the week for earnings. Yep, it's Tesla time. Tesla coming through with quarterly results after the close on Wednesday. Most analysts are cautiously expecting the EV giant to return to growth this quarter, despite being hurt, remember, by COVID-related shutdowns over in China. Most analysts are looking for around $1.05 per share in earnings, representing about a 23.5% increase for the quarter on a year-over-year basis. Thursday, focus will once again shift back to the economic calendar. More inflation-related data is set to hit the wire. 8:30, we get Q4 GDP numbers coming through. The latest nowcast data showing a significant decline on a month-over-month basis, expecting a 3.5% reading. That's versus a 4.1% increase, if you remember, a month ago. In addition, we'll also get durable goods for December, trade balance data for December, initial jobless claims, and Q4 core PCE. Remember, this is the preferred inflation reading that the Fed looks to. 10 a.m. we'll get new home sales data, and 10 a.m. Initial sales for homes as well. Thursday, also pre-market, we'll get another full slate of earnings from the likes of AAL, Blackstone, Comcast, Mobileye, Nokia, Love, Southwest, LUV, STM, and Nucor all coming through with earnings. Heading into Friday, major trading catalysts to end the week will come in the form of economic releases. Before trading gets underway at 8:30, we'll get December PCE price index. Recent inflation indicators continue to show inflation is in fact cooling. Last week, remember, PPI data showed a larger than expected decline in the latest producer prices paid, adding fuel to the Fed's fire, showing aggressive rate hikes are in fact working on taming inflation. 10 a.m. then, Michigan sentiment. That's for January, there is an inflation portion to that release. So mark that down, 10 a.m. on Friday. As always, we will bring you all the action live as it happens daily on TraderTV.Live.